Namaskar, I am Prakash Astrologer presenting you Cancer's yearly forecast for year 2019. The whole prediction is based on your moon sign. You can find out about your moon sign from your birth chart. This particular prediction have no relevance whatsoever with any of your sun sign. If your sun sign is Cancer, this video won't apply to you. You have to find out about your moon sign. If your moon sign is Cancer, then do watch this video for 2019 yearly forecast for all of you. All the tasks, precaution, chanting, recommendations will be given according to your moon sign. Nothing to do with your sun sign whatsoever. Cancer yearly forecast for 2019. Let's talk about dynamics of planets. Dynamics of Cancer is the major charge there are 4 planets which we have to find out the effect. Saturn's effect for 2019, Jupiter's effect for 2019, Rahu and Ketu's any effect to impact for 2019 for your sign. Saturn governs your profession, job prospect, income resources, financial opportunities, financial backing, professional backing. Jupiter's major impact is if your knowledge, ability, skill is there for your profession. If your profession is based on your knowledge, ability and skill, then Jupiter's impact is quite important. Birth of a child, conceiving of a baby, getting married, matrimonial relationship, all based on your Jupiter. As Rahu and Ketu, sudden impact, positive impact, negative impact, all of these sudden calamities, sudden trauma, sudden downfalls, sudden rising, based on Rahu and Ketu. So let's talk about dynamics of Cancer. Let's talk about Saturn's effect on Cancer for 2019. Since 26th of October 2019 till 24th of January 2020, Saturn is in the 6th house for Cancerian, is in sign Sagittarius. The paya of Saturn is gold. So Cancerian, this particular period, according to Saturn's position in 6th house, Cancerian, you'll go through lots of obstacles, delays, stumbling blocks, hardships, struggleful situations. Personally, professionally, financially. Cancerian, you will feel that your project will be on hold and you feel stuck, not going anywhere, blocked, time vacuum appear. Cancerian, there will be a rise in expenditure, rise in debts, few hassles. You're going to go through these kind of issues. Cancerian, you must look after your health and well-being. More you become determined, more you become successful. At times, your personal happiness can be missing. You can be all over the place. Cancerian, your expenditure and struggle will be higher than your imagination. Saturn's position in 6th house, health-wise, you must take care of yourself from cold, throat infection, breathing issues, any complication linked with bladders, kidneys. Beware of legal issues, fine, penalty, punishment. Beware of any animosity between you and your partner. There might be a few difference of opinion between you and your family members. Cancerian, if you're single and getting married, then you'll come across many obstacles and delays in your relationship. Please beware of any accident and mishappenings in this period. Transit of Saturn in 6th house for Cancerian. The dates start again in 26th October 2017 till 24th of January 2020. Saturn's 6th house position mostly signify, may I say that, health issues, mostly signify you end up building a lot of debts for yourself, bills to pay. The flow of income sometimes cannot be smooth suddenly. Sometimes you will expect a lot of things happening for you, but things are not moving along. If you want to buy a property or car or anything, things you'll go through a lot of struggle. You may even consider buying an old building or old property. This particular time, you have to work really hard to win over the situation. You have to have a discipline. This is a time, health-wise, you must take care of your health regarding lower abdomen, below the button of belly, any issue with the bladders, legs, feet, and sometimes your older people, elders of the family can be supportive, friends can be helpful, more sympathetic. But this particular time, if you're a married person, if you have a romantic relationship, You have to be extremely cautious regarding understanding, regarding passion, regarding respect to each other. And may I say that those people who are expecting a new child, look after their health and well-being due to planetary position, and make sure there should not be any friction in the relationship or unnecessary animosity in the relationship. You have to be very careful about your spending, about your financial backing, about your flow of income, and look after your health, especially your legs, feet and lower abdomen, anything to do with bladders, kidneys, those kind of things. Task which can create a major impact to rule out Saturn's any inactivity is, please do bury 6 kg black salt in the ground for 6 Saturdays between 6:30 and 4:30 a.m. You must keep a black dog as a pet. You must keep a crystal goat on an octagon mirror in your house. Do donate 2 kg pure ghee to temple in the langar for 12 Fridays. Precaution wise, refrain from any kind of distraction, stubborn attitude. Try not to have any kind of a sky window in your roof. That's important. And make sure refrain from any kind of lies and scandals. Never ever visit temple with your shoes on, and always leave your shoes in the car or at home. Refrain from non-vegetarian food, seafood, alcohol, any kind of intoxication. Try not to buy any new shoes, steel pans, electronic goods for 1 year. The Saturn's position in 6th house. Consider and try not to buy any new shoes, steel pans, electronic items for 1 year. The chanting you must do, which will help you regarding Saturn's position in 6th house, is Aum Harim Batukaye Aap Dudarshanaye Kuru Kuru Batukaye Harim. Aum Harim Batukaye Aap Dudarshanaye Kuru Kuru Batukaye Harim. Aum Harim Batukaye Aap Dudarshanaye Kuru Kuru Batukaye Harim. Aum Harim Batukaye Aap Dudarshanaye Kuru Kuru Batukaye Harim. This chanting belongs to Bhairav. More you do this chanting, more your Saturn will be sorted, and more you have less hassles and problems and complications. Especially if you're going through a bad debts, do this particular chanting. But after having a shower, try to wear a clean clothes and sit on or stand on an asana, blanket asana. Keep a jug of water next to you, and time have to be night time after 10 p.m. And direction facing have to be west facing direction. Time, how much time you should devote for chanting? Minimum 48 minutes, 72 minutes, 96 minutes, 144 minutes. But more you do this chanting, more you achieve rising success, prosperity. Going to talk about Jupiter's chanting for Cancerian. Jupiter's chanting for Cancerian, for all of you, for all the Cancers. Jupiter's effect on Cancer for 2019. For Cancerian, the Jupiter's transit for you. Transit of Jupiter in 5th house from Cancer moon sign, and the date started, the effect is since 11th of October 2018 till 29th of March. Jupiter is transiting in the 5th house for Cancerian. And the timing is 49 minutes past 14, like 49 minutes past 2 in the afternoon till 29th of March 2019, 39 minutes past 3 in the afternoon. During this particular period, when the Jupiter is moving through your 5th house from Cancer, this mostly donate happiness, success in your undertaking. Cancerian, you may expect successful completion of your plans, and you would be more devoted to your work or profession during this particular phase in time. Your efforts would bear high rewards, and you also likely to get better opportunities, profit in trade and business. If you're interested in learning and already a student or already enjoying the educational career, then you may expect this handsome success, a finest success in your field of learning or education or career. Financially, this particular time period could prove to be a good timing for you, for your family. You may consider buying a car or property or jewelry and luxurious items. On the more personal front, if you're a single person, you may expect to meet a perfect match, of your choice during this particular time. If you already romantically involved with somebody, you may even consider getting married. But if you're already married, then you may expect the arrival of a new member in the family means baby. Might conceive a baby in this particular phase of time. Considering your relationship with other members of the family would improve, and you may even gain financial gain from time to time. And support will be there, encouragement will be there, and people's attitude will change from worse to better. You also likely to hire a domestic help to assist your family members in finishing household chores. An auspicious event may take place, like a celebration or gathering or party at home, and your involvement in it would be the most. Socially, a good timing is expected as well. You may expect the company of noble people and also expect to get some royal favors during this particular phase. Your intellect would be in its sharpest condition, and you would come out successfully in any kind of reasoning, discussion, and if you're going for an interview or presentation, your performance will be outstanding. If you're going to the court, you'll win the case. Considering you also likely to pass your leisure time being entertained, and your honor and status in society is also expected to be rising during this particular time. Mentally, you'd be at peace with yourself. Jupiter position in 5th house at this time, your creative self-expression grows as never before. People will notice your outstanding performance. You'll find the courage to be yourself and to express yourself to others without fear or apology, but without selfishness or egoism. This has the immediate effect of improving your relationship with other people around you tremendously. Considering this transit by itself is not usually enough to bring about sexual relationship with partner, but it certainly helps someone to begin in this time. You can start the romantic relationship, then you go for intimacy. But because you don't feel that you must hold yourself back from another person, it is possible to have a truly authentic relationship with someone in which each of you know who the other is and what is the commitment about. If you have a children, considering this transit will improve your relationship with your children. There will be probably many occasions when you feel proud of them, and you will be able to give them whatever they need for their own development without feeling in any way diminished. Your creative potential is also increased. If you have any artistic aptitude at all, this transit will bring in its own play. You will produce more work. It will be completely expressive of yourself. Performance will be outstanding. You'll be able to create a huge impression on the audience. Also, if you're working in a creative or artistic field, musician, actors, if you're an actor, if you're a musician, if you're a singer, you may probably make more money than usual with your art and craft. This particular time, your performance will be outstanding. You'll be able to create a mark. Love relationship will also expand the range of experience in your life. Considering you may encounter a person from a radically different background or from a different country or from different race or religion, but no matter what their origin is, any relationship at this time will teach you more about the world than you ever dreamed about. There's no doubt about it. But considering the most important point is about this transit in the 5th house Jupiter, it will bring you the opportunity of personal growth and increased wisdom, along with greater freedom of self-expression. Considering you do not feel it necessary to hide from the world anymore, even if you did it before. In fact, there may even be a danger that you will act in an overbearing manner. Considering this particular position of Jupiter in 5th house depends largely upon your attitude prior to this transit. Most people will respond only with a healthy increase in self-assurance, self-expression. Whenever you're going to go through any of these problems, complicated situations, becoming out of control regarding temper, family tension. Jupiter in 5th house, financial losses due to theft, cheating and deception. Loss of reputation. If any of the planet lies in 2nd house, 5th house, 9th house, 11th house, 12th house, especially Mercury, Venus or Saturn or Rahu or Ketu, you're going through rough time, then please do this task to raise the position of Jupiter from the 5th house. Task number 1. Please do organize Uchishth Ganpati Prayog. Task number 2. Do keep black dog in your possession. Task number 3. Please clean religious places. 4th task. Refrain from accepting any kind of prasad from religious places. Refrain from any favors from anybody. This is the transit task for all of you. Transit of Jupiter in the 6th house for Cancerians. The date starts from 29th of March 2019 till 22nd of April 2019. Transit of Jupiter in 6th house for Moon sign Cancer, 29th March 2019 till 22nd April 2019. During this particular period, Cancer, Jupiter will move through your 6th house from your Moon sign. They signify hassles, troubles in most of this particular phase of 1 month. May I say that this particular phase, less than 1 month, you tend to raise your enemies by being involved in unnecessary arguments with your family, with your friends, with people around you. You're also likely to create an enmity with your own mentor, which you don't need it. Beware of your enemies at this time and they might trouble you more than ever. Health would require attention at this time. You may feel unhappy even when you are in the best of condition and may tend to become restless. Take care to avoid slackness in health, and if you have an issue regarding health, you would have to be more attentive in your field of work, as there is chance you might lose money or property during this particular field, this particular time phase. Beware of thieves, thugs, fire at your workplace, even punishment from the authorities. Consider if you're employed, maintain a good rapport with your employer and the colleagues to avoid any disfavor with them. It would be better to postpone new enterprise within these days. This may not be the right time to start any new venture or new project. Your relationship with your spouse may have to be handled very carefully, very sensibly. Avoid any kind of arguments with your partner and stay away from litigation of any kind of with anybody. Last thing, you need a conflict. Jupiter in 6th house. This is a good timing for any kind of work or for fulfilling duties that contribute to your personal growth. This transit indicates good health with one exception. Very often demand of this house, 6th house position in Jupiter, conflict with your personal growth, and especially freedom from this house is of fulfillment of duty. You like to fulfill your duty, responsibility and serve the mankind. Your ego needs to be gratified only at level that most people cannot readily understand. But with Jupiter in 6th house, you're able to make progress in the world of precisely because of these matters. And you realize this. Work will be fulfilling and enjoyable to you now because you're providing a service to mankind, giving you a sense of purpose and a structure for yourself. Quite often, Jupiter in 6th house, there will be improved job situation, better working condition, even new job with a better pay, opportunities for self-fulfillment. But you are not likely to advance to a position of greater power or standing at this time. This is a period of work. With Jupiter in 6th house, you will achieve the most satisfaction simply by doing the work as well as you can and to the highest possible standard. You improve your working performance when the Jupiter coming to the 6th house. You're quite ready to take on even more work if you can, even though you probably won't be promoted. But that doesn't matter to you. You'll be certainly gain the self-esteem of your superior, and may I say that those under you, which will ultimately put you in a very good position. People will acknowledge you and praise you and talk about you in a very highly. This is usually an excellent period for your health because Jupiter gives your body physical strength, mental strength, more vigor and vitality. However, you do have to be careful about gaining your weight in both the fortunate and less fortunate meaning of the term. This is a growth transit on the physical level. Jupiter in 6th house. If for some reason your body has to heal or recover from illness, Jupiter transit in 6th house will assist the process of self-healing, mentally, physically, both. You should be careful of a fat or sweet food. Jupiter represents fat. That you will not only, this particular phase of time you will gain the weight, but you're not good for you. Gaining a weight is not good for the long term. Avoid any kind of overindulgence in food whenever you will face any of these problems or complication situation due to position of Jupiter in 6th house. Difference of opinion between you and the family members. Loss of health of family members, especially your father. Bad debts. Loss of gold due to cheating and deception and theft. Lack of cooperation. If first house become empty, then do these following tasks and solutions. Task number 1. Never ever insult the family members. Task number 2. Please do make good relationship with your father. Task number 3. Try to keep dog as a pet. Donate dog food to dog home. Task number 4. Do donate 6 kg chana dal, 600 gram haldi powder to temple and the langar for 1 Thursday, 6 Thursday or 9 Thursday. Task number 5. Do donate food and money to the religious priest. 6th task. Refrain from eating non-vegetarian food. So these are the, may I say that this particular task will manage the Jupiter position in 6th house. Transit of Jupiter back in 5th house for moon sign Cancer. The date starts from 22nd of April 2019 till 5th of November 2019. Transit of Jupiter back in 5th house from 22nd April 2019 till 5th of November 2019. During this particular period, Jupiter will move through your 5th house from your moon sign Cancer. This mostly donate happiness, success in your undertaking. People will notice your outstanding performance. You'll find the courage to be yourself and to express yourself to others without fear or apology, but without selfishness or egoism. This has the immediate effect of improving your relationship with other people around you tremendously. Considering this transit by itself is not usually enough to bring about sexual relationship with partner, but it certainly helps someone to begin in this time. You can start the romantic relationship, then you go for intimacy. But because you don't feel that you must hold yourself back from another person, it is possible to have a truly authentic relationship with someone in which each of you know who the other is and what is the commitment about. If you have a children, considering this transit will improve your relationship with your children. There will be probably many occasions when you feel proud of them and you will be able to give them whatever they need for their own development without feeling in any way diminished. Your creative potential is also increased. If you have any artistic aptitude at all, this transit may this transit will bring in its own play. You will produce more work. It will be completely expressive of yourself. Performance will be outstanding. You'll be able to create a huge impression on the audience. Also, if you're working in a creative or artistic field, musician, actors, if you're an actor, if you're a musician, if you're a singer, you may probably make more money than usual with your art and craft. This particular time, your performance will be outstanding. You'll be able to create a mark. Love relationship will also expand the range of experience in your life. Considering you may encounter person from a radically different background or from a different country or from different race or religion, but no matter what their origin is, any relationship at this time will teach you more about the world than you ever dreamed about. There's no doubt about it. But considering the most important point is about this transit in the 5th house Jupiter, it will bring you the opportunity of personal growth and increased wisdom, along with greater freedom of self-expression. Considering you do not feel it necessary to hide from the world anymore, even if you did it before. In fact, There may even be a danger that you will act in an overbearing manner. Considering this particular position of Jupiter in 5th house depends largely upon your attitude prior to this transit. Most people will respond only with a healthy increase in self-assurance, self-expression. Whenever you're going to go through any of these problems, complicated situations, becoming out of control regarding temper, family tension, Jupiter in 5th house, financial losses due to theft, cheating and deception, loss of reputation. If any of the planet lies in 2nd house, 5th house, 9th house, 11th house, 12th house, especially Mercury, Venus or Saturn or Rahu or Ketu, you're going through rough time, then please do this task to raise the position of Jupiter from the 5th house. Task number 1, please do organize Uchishth Ganpati Prayog. Task number 2, do keep black dog in your possession. Task number 3, please clean religious places. 4th task, refrain from accepting any kind of prasad from religious places. Refrain from any favors from anybody. This is the transit task for all of you. Rahu and Ketu's effect on Cancerians. Rahu and Ketu's, in fact, transit of Rahu and Ketu for Cancer. Rahu and Ketu's effect on Cancer for 2019. Rahu's position in the 1st house, Ketu's position in the 7th house, especially on 23rd of March 2019. Rahu is going to leave Cancer and transit in Gemini in the 12th house. Ketu is going to leave Capricorn, transit in Sagittarius and end up in the 6th house. So on 23rd of March 2019 at 13 minutes past 8 in the morning UK time till 19 September 2020 6 minutes past 5 in the evening UK time, Rahu going to enter or going to transit in the 12th house from your moon sign Cancer, and the Ketu is going to transit in 6th house for moon sign Cancer. Let's talk about Rahu first. During this particular period, Rahu will move through from your Lagna, may I say, to the 12th house from your moon sign. This generate troubles for you. There could be a loss of business, loss of professional backing, huge debts, insecurity, lack of sleep. Your projects, Cancerian, and undertaking may not bring the desired result. You can lag behind when the Rahu is in the 12th house. You may even face difficulty in completing your project's previous task on time. Consider you would need to hold on to your courage and confidence. These may also be shaken due to these hurdles at work. Take note of all your expenses and practices this particular time, as you're likely to embrace, may I say, that indebtedness. You may even lose your land or property during this particular phase due to over expenditure or bad debts. Considering the possibility of change in your residence cannot be denied during this particular phase, avoid any kind of litigation to avoid defamation and humiliation in society. Maintain a good rapport with your nearest and dearest, as they may also oppose you when you least expect them to be. Yours and your spouse's health could be a matter of concern during this particular phase. You're also likely to develop some peculiar health issues which would require proper diagnosis. Take care of your limbs, take care of your mental health. You're also susceptible to develop health issues, particularly this time. During this particular period, Ketu will move through your 6th house from your moon sign Cancer. This to rate, may I say it, if you, this particular time period, if you're into business, you're likely to progress in the same. You may also consider improving the same. Ketu's position in the 6th house, if you involve in agriculture or cattle, if you're a dairy farmer, you may expect considerable profit in your respective field of work, especially if you have a agriculture farm. If you're a fruit grower or vegetable grower, Financially, you would be sound. You may also gain from lending money to others. Ketu's position in 6th house. Moreover, you would also be able to influence the people from whom you may even expect a profit. You also likely to defeat your opponents, gain over them. However, your health may need your focused attention during this particular phase. Attend to any physical complaint immediately, as you're likely to develop health issue of chronic nature. At your home, you may enjoy great timing, entertaining, and being pampered. Some auspicious events like marriage, birth of a child at your residence, or you may even go for family party, family gathering, celebration. You'd be at peace with yourself and your surroundings during this particular time. For raising your position of Ketu in the 6th house and the sorting out your position of Rahu in the 12th house, please do this task. You must organize Kanya Pujan in the temple. Do organize Kanya Pujan in the temple and offer each and every young girl in the temple sweets, money, and take their blessings. Task number 2. Please make a red color pillow, fill it with fennel seed or saunf. Use it regularly under your head during your sleep. Third task. Try to have your meal in the kitchen. Fourth task. You must keep solid silver Ganesh statue. Solid silver Ganesh statue, not the hollow Ganesh statue. Solid silver Ganesh statue in your house. You must wear a fine gold band without joint in your left hand smallest finger. You must keep black dog as a pet or do donate dog feed to dog home. And there are a few precautions you have to follow. Number 1 precaution, please refrain from collecting or keeping any kind of clutter in your possession like unused books or magazines, old clothes, out of order wristwatches or alarm clocks, unused mobile phone chargers, broken mirror, chipped crockery, unused pipe, wood, unused cables, wires, any form of clutter. Refrain from lies, scandal, fraud, scams, any form of gambling, risky investment. Refrain from any kind of family row or conflict. Please be kind to dogs. Refrain from lies and scandals. Refrain from creating any smoke, fumes in the house. Refrain from smoking. Refrain from buying any electronic goods or steel appliances during this particular phase. Refrain from doing any kind of rewiring or plumbing or roofing or construction project or extension project and during this particular phase. The chanting you must do, Aum Harim Gam Hasti Pishachi Likhe Swaha. 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 More you do it, more you achieve it. Accomplishment you might achieve in the year 2019 for Cancerian. The accomplishment you might honor, you might achieve in year 2019 for all the Cancerians. These accomplishments you might achieve. Accomplishment number 1. There will be a rise in flow of income, rise in wealth and assets and savings and power and presentation in this coming year. Accomplishment 2 that might happen with you. There will be rise in professional status, prestige and honor. Third accomplishment. Most of your efforts will achieve dignified rewards. Fourth accomplishment. There will be rise in influence. Your knowledge and ability and skill set will be recognized and appreciated by professional people, powerful people, elite, decision makers. Fifth accomplishment. You will travel around. Business reasons, personal reasons, player reasons, religious reasons. You might involve in a deal of a car or property. So these are the accomplishments might happen in 2019 for all Cancerian. Might happen, yes. Now we're going to talk about, may I say that, Complications you might have to face in 2019. Cancerian, complications you might have to go through in 2019. Complication number 1. Cancerian, you'll be quite restless, fearful, annoyed, upset, sleepless, fighting with lots of uncertainties. Second complication, you must look after your health, mental health, well-being. Your health can let you down. Third complication, please be aware of any legal conflicts, legal arguments. Fourth complication, you must look after your status, prestige, honor, reputation. Fifth complication, you must look after your eyes, lower abdomen, below the button of belly. You must take care of your communication level in your marriage and relationship. You must learn how to talk to people. You must be careful about your attitude in the marriage and relationship. Seventh complication, please refrain from cheating, deception and theft. Refrain from any kind of scandals. Eighth complication you might face in the year 2019, please beware of foul debates, beware of foul conflicts, beware of dirty tricks, beware of foul company, bad decision choices. Please do watch your decision and choices. Please be very careful. Cancerian general overview for 2019. The general overview for the whole year. General overview for 2019. In this year 2019, Cancerian, when you get too much caught up in such activities, you'll experience a loss of your true identity. When you're over busy, over committed, you can be all over the place. You can be trapped. So have a breathing space, please. This coming year in general will contain great changes and transformation. Your year has a theme of challenge, complications, hassles, fear, anxiety, which gives you both opportunities as well as complexities, difficulty. This year will challenge you. This year will challenge you. This year will test your fiber. In this year 2019, in the early year, you'll have had some problems or delay in completion of your projects. You'll face few dangerous situations from water or snakes or parasites or virus. Be careful about your health. At times you'll experience great hardships financially, have to work hard to overcome those kind of financial backing problem in this coming year 2019. In 2019, you'll have a near very foul experience, a death experience or near death. Be careful, be careful. At times you may feel a need to withdraw from the mainstream and remain in solitude. But don't be a runner, don't be a fugitive, be a fighter. You are a fighter. So at some time in this year, you feel quite lost about yourself. Why, how you're going to do? Those are the questions. In this year 2019, your actions tend to be supported by good luck. Good luck favor you, and credit of good action is carried over. You receive good fortune through the help of female. You're lucky in competitions. You're fortunate to have a successful career. In this year 2019, life will give you well-being, good fortune, both material, spiritual. This kind of particular problem you're typically dealing with, most likely to relate to communication, understanding, the reason of why something happened. Please play safe in dealing with government authorities, decision makers. Play safe when you're making a financial planning, investment. Don't get carried away. Don't get carried away when you're investing money or spending money. Please, carrying a comparison too far to the point where it becomes judgmental can only serve you to bring you difficulties, nothing else. Don't get carried away, Cancerian. You will get carried away. That's my biggest problem. You can get carried away. That is my biggest issue. Sometimes anger, aggression, volatile emotions can be a lethal combination. Don't invest emotion everything you do. Refrain from investing emotions in everything. Economics and emotions have no relevance, have no relationship whatsoever. Economics in numbers. Emotions up and down. Numbers can stand still. Sometimes anger is required to move things along in this year 2019. But do not mix economics and emotion. Do not mix aggression and emotions. No. But in this year, if you can play very safe, play carefully, this year will give you fame. This year will resolve a lot of your problems. This year will make a contact, give you position, open the new doors. With your creativity, you can develop a huge network. Favors will be received from higher official. People will acknowledge your knowledgeability and skill and offer you a very dignified opportunity. But be careful. But if you are Cancer, if you're looking for a work, you'll be employed in a work requiring discipline and control. Yes, that's a good news for you, Cancerian. In this year 2019, if you're already working, get a position of authority, a responsibility. A promotion cannot be ruled out. There will be a victory, gain of wealth through competitions, court cases, conflicts, fame, respect, strength will be rising. Leadership may be gained at workplace. In 2019, Cancerian, there will be a gain of honor, birth of a child, gain of a car or property, increase in strength, increase in grace of authority. Health will be better. Starting a new project, starting a new venture, gain of wealth and prosperity. Lots of materialistic comforts, no doubt about it. In this year 2019, health will be good. You will be able to recover yourself. There may be a birth of a child, no doubt about it, because Jupiter is transiting in the 5th house. There might be a proposal for marriage. You can get married, yes. You can get engaged. In 2019, contentment of government official will help in accomplishing your tasks. If government officials or higher authorities will not be satisfied with you, then you have a trouble in your hand. Be careful. Honor and fame will be for those who are hardworking, who have a will to rise, who are disciplined, who know what they're doing. You have to watch your choices and decisions, please. And person opposing you will be defeated. Efforts will lead to gain wealth. You have to be sincere with your efforts. There will be change of place, residence, workplace, or both. In the year 2019, the body will be healthy. The mind can be all over the place. There will be honor or promotion at work. There may be meeting or conversation with religious people or spiritual masters. New tasks will be started in 2019. There will be loss of wealth if you play big gamble. If you will play big gamble, if you will involve yourself in a big risk, financial risk, then there will be a loss of money. So refrain from playing big gamble or taking a huge financial risk. Please refrain from that, please. 24th March onwards, don't involve in a big risk, please. This is not the time to involve yourself in a huge financial risk or big gamble. And then depression and dissatisfaction will come along. Rahu is going to the 12th house. Be careful, please be careful. There may be fear from state or suffering from my enemies. This year can be difficult regarding physical aspect, financial aspect. There may be extravagance of loss of wealth. Do not cross the line, please. You have to be disciplined when it comes to money spending or economics. Don't get carried away. Don't listen to pokies. People can tell you pokies and cheat you, deceive you, dump your right of money or wealth. They can take away everything. Please be careful. Don't get carried away. There may be difficulties regarding migration or journeys. Be careful. Guard yourself. Don't listen to every pokey pie. Whenever somebody is going to tell you a story, investigate each and everything. talk on the facts, not just talking. Talking can be hot air. It means nothing. You have to look after your financial backing. You got to survive for next 12 months or next 18 months. Rahu is going to go in the 12th house on March 24th. Be careful, be careful. Cancerian, learning and education for 2019. Learning and education for 2019. In this year 2019, education colors you. Educational effort will bring fine rewards for you. Your education will be smooth, enjoyable. Consider if you're a logical thinker and constantly engaged in educational research project, your rewards will be immense. Handsome rewards will be there. Education or in research projects will present the opportunity for you to see your highest aspiration fulfilled. In this year 2019, you can achieve something dignified. Your performance will be outstanding. You will deliver and you will drive players from your education. That educational achievement will be the base of your future career. You'll endowed with highest or higher education. You'll be connected to educational institute. You'll have more than one mentor or guide. You'll be greatly influenced and helped by teachers or masters. You'll be fortunate with your teachers, with your qualification. In this year 2019, if your study area are legal studies, law, management, philosophical studies, economics, political science, the result will be outstanding. Consider you may be doing medical research or other specialized higher studies. Higher education will be the basis for your future career. You'll be drawn to academic circles, maybe involved with higher education. Your education makes you or breaks you. In this year 2019, you'll be devoted to attaining knowledge. You'll gain a lot of knowledge and become very wise and develop through thorough understanding over time. Consider you'll have a regal knowledge of certain field of academia, scholarly, spiritually, literary, scientific achievement. You'll have some deep knowledge or insight in the area of mechanical structure or structural engineering. In this year 2019, your wisdom, your common sense, your knowledge is superior to a lot of people. You have a good knowledge of law. You're always willing to share your knowledge. Your passion is there for achievement. Education, knowledge and knowledgeability skill will become the base for the future career. No doubt about it. Cancerian, your health for 2019. Your health for Cancerian 2019. In this coming year 2019, you feel some sort of anxiety in connection with your body. Your health and vitality will be somewhat drained and you may have physical complaint that might be difficult to diagnose. In 2019, your health problem will have psychological root due to emotional extremes. At this time, there's a potential for you to suffer from mental issues, emotional problems, and those kind of things. Some sort of a fear, anxiety, tensions, insecurity can make you sleepless, can make you put you all of too much stress can create a problem. You have a problem, health issues regarding lower abdomen, below the button of belly, bladder's problem, water retention. So look after yourself. In this year 2019, you will be very sensitive and look after your eyesight. Take care of your blood pressure and your digestive system can play around. You will have some tendency to gaseous imbalances. Be careful. In 2019, there may be weakness or difficulties to diagnose health issue regarding your lower abdomen, possibly connected to parasitis or virus. Your eyes can be sensitive. Very powerful digestion. May I say that digestive system have to make it very powerful. So you have to listen to your doctor, take a proper treatment. If you're going through some sort of health issues regarding digestive system or bladder or kidneys or lower back or some sort of a water retention, inflammation in your ankles or something, you must listen to your doctor and upgrade your diet according to that. Be careful about your health and beware of tension and depressions, please. Cancerian, your romance, your love life, your marriage, your relationship. The romance and love life for 2019 for Cancerian, in this year 2019, you'll have an affectionate way of attracting the romantic partner. You will be charming in disposition and attracted to the romantic partner. You'll be fascinated by companions. Do whatever you can to observe them unnoticed. You'll be very tidy, presentable. Romance may uplift your soul. That's what you've been looking for. In this year 2019, it does not serve you to be suspicious, inhibited or restricted in love. You may have many romantic inclinations, lot of offers on the plate. You could be good lover but miserable spouse. So look after your behavior. In this year 2019, marriage is very important to your sense of fulfillment. Ultimate union is marriage. If you're a single person, you'll have a lot of offers. But if you're a married person, you have to behave yourself. I know you want a cooperation, full cooperation in marriage relationship. But if you're a single person, you'll be very cautious in choosing your matrimonial partner, romantic partner. You will have offers. You like to have a peace, harmony, love, commitment in your relationship. You're a very kind and helpful to your partner. But in 2019, may I say that if you're already married, then you would take the attitude of selfless service towards each other. And you might not be satisfied with your partner, but you tend to be patient at home, even if you feel sometimes restless. In this year 2019, a tendency to argue will create some sort of a loss of happiness in matrimonial relationship. So refrain from unnecessary arguments. Matrimonial happiness can be reduced by your partner's attitude. Refrain from over-jealous attitude. There will be some distress with regard to your spouse, and which you must bear. In 2019, this particular time period, you will have a added additional layer of complexity to your life. There might be a great deal of confusion in your communication between you and your partner. Marriage or long-term relationship may be troubled. There may be some, if there is a third party influence happen in the marriage relationship, especially if you're already married, then relationship can go through tangent. It will take a different shape. And then you have a living conflict develop in the marriage relationship. If you're newly married or happily married, there's no third party influence at all. This year is the best year to conceive a baby. But if there's a third party influence in the marriage relationship, then you will feel out of control in the relationship or marriage. So in 2019, you must refrain from provoking quarrels or bringing third party influence in your marriage relationship. If you do, then your partner withdraw from you. Your way of relating will make them feel confined with no way out. You might not be on good terms with your spouse due to communication issues are there. The issue of health may be emphasized in your marriage and business partnership. So be careful about your communication, your understanding, your base of understanding, how you behave with each other. But if you are a single person, there will be lots of opportunity for romance. You can make a commitment, no doubt about it. If you're a happily married couple with no nonsense in the relationship, this year is the time to conceive a baby. You can go for it. Yes. But make sure there should be a base of understanding. But if you want to convert the romance into marriage, make sure no outside influence in this relationship, no third party interference in the relationship. You have to guard for that. You have to take a stand for that. No third party should be allowed to interfere between you and your husband-wife's equation. No third party should be allowed. Whoever the third party, it can be family member or somebody from outside the family or somebody from work or whatever. So make sure no third party influence is allowed in your matrimonial relationship or in your romantic relationship. If you allow that and just watch it as a spectator, the relationship can be ruined completely. Yes. Cancerian, your social life. Your social life in 2019. In this year 2019, you'll have many friends. You'll have a good friends. Your friends have income from the foreign connections. A person may act as your friend, can be backstabbing you, talking behind your back, gossiping about you. Be careful. In this year 2019, you'll have a transforming effect on your friends and associates. Your friend will depend on your good judgment, your good treatment, your good entertainment. And people will recognize your knowledgeability and skill. People will recognize your potential. But you will run into problems with your colleagues due to a lot of misunderstanding, a lot of rumors created by a lot of people about you. You'll be supportive to your friend and others you have pledged your loyalty to, but still careful about the bad company. In the year 2019, you do attract enemies, gossiper, who sometimes turn out to bring you benefit. Litigation might come out successfully, as you often are able to overcome competitors and opponents. Enemies, opponents, competitor will have to yield to your strength. In 2019, you may go to great length to develop and enhance your image. Make sure that your efforts are honorable. Others sometimes find you to be rude, which may hold you back from deserved promotion. It may be hard for you to gain universal respect. You can't satisfy the whole world. Some people always talking behind your back. So identify those people who are pretending to be your friends but backstabbers. Refrain from those kind of people. Those people can spoil your reputation to the max. I mean it. So be careful. You're very intelligent, you're very sharp. You have to find out exactly what's the people about, what they're talking about. Is somebody winding you up unnecessarily? Is somebody creating a confusion between you and other people? Is somebody creating your impression which you are actually not? That third person can create a lot of misunderstanding between you and your friends. So be careful about that. And don't attract people who are bad company. Please. You have to guard yourself from that company and always mingle with the right kind of people, not a foul kind of people. No. Cancerian, your business, profession, career for 2019. This year 2019, your business, profession, career, you're keen about getting ahead and finding your fortune in this year. You're blessed ambition. You're blessed with ambition. This particular year, you're determined and noticed by a lot of people in this year due to your knowledgeability, skill. You'll be lively interest and focus in your professional career. In this year 2019, you'll have to work under difficult circumstances, disagreeable circumstances, and sometimes harsh situations. Sometimes your job may seem hopeless, but in the end, you'll find security and stability. Your hard work will require both physical labor and mental concentration, quite a lot. You could perhaps be the judge. In this year 2019, you're skilled in the business end of whatever organization you belong to. You work best in association with others, especially when you are well appreciated. You're open to all kinds of relationship and partnership. So need to be careful not to be cheated by people around you. In this year 2019, in business partnership, you're likely to have a bad experience due to secretive or at least unexpected behavior on the part of someone with whom you deal. It's likely you may not be on your good terms with your business partner. You can be badly cheated. Refrain from any kind of business partnership. Focus on yourself, what you want to do on your own. In 2019, you can be very good in buying and selling things. Or if you're a professional person and your profession is based on your knowledge, ability and skill, then the result will be outstanding, especially if you're a legal executive, if you're a legal consultant, if you're a solicitor or barrister. You prefer to be your own boss. You like to be employee rather than self-employed. You could make a great assistant for some lucky employer. You can make a lot of money for lucky employer. You work well with employers and are able to have your need met by them, whether in the form of vehicles, living accommodation, salaries or other perks. In 2019, you tend to be controlling over those who work under you or with you. Your employees may include people from abroad, and refrain from any kind of getting into conflict with your own employees or co-workers or associates or seniors. You will take the responsibility in your job very seriously in 2019. Your job is very much important and should give an opportunity for you to present a self-expression. This year 2019, you will be able to shine. Your performance will be outstanding. And this year, in professional job, you'll success, your fame, your self-realization, your work requiring detached attitude connected with earth or science such as agriculture or warfare or transport or consultation work or engineering or medicine can bring you dignified success. Especially if you're a legally executive, if you're a legally qualified in the legal professional, this year can be outstanding, no doubt about it. But this particular year, you'll be the one outstanding one in your family or community, and you will occupy the seat of honor. And you will be given opportunity to lead an organization. You'll get the high status in your career. But in this 2019, you'll be rising to a very high position and your reputation will be enhanced. But if you are in a business or self-employed, refrain from any kind of risky investment after 24th of March. Look after your business, especially after 24th of March. If you're self-employed, do look after your business professional decisions after 24th of March. Refrain from taking any big risk or any big gamble after 24th of March, please. Opportunity for advancement, take some time to come about. Taking chances, make sure you should not take any big, don't involve yourself into any big financial gamble. Please be careful. Don't get carried away with your investment. You'll rise in influence and power and be respected, especially in job. So look after you if you're a self-employed, and if you're working for a huge company, that will be better this year as compared to you working for yourself. But if you're a self-employed, look after your investment, please. Cancerian, your property, your investment in 2019. In this year 2019, may I say you will find a lot of clever ways to invest money to acquire new resources. Perhaps you get the money in the way that seem miraculous, gifts, investment, perhaps inheritance. Loans are strategically important in your financial planning. Part of your money is coming from the real estate. In this year 2019, income may be through problem solving or service to some sort of a people. You will earn a lot of money by problem solving or service sector. You're very practical about your properties, and you may renovate or remodel a building or land that has connection to some sort of a sacred ground. In this year 2019, you have a tendency to grasp an opportunity to fulfill your strong desires. Beware of any risky investment, especially in stock and share market. Don't get carried away when don't invest money in a huge risky investment. Don't refrain yourself from any kind of a huge gamble when it comes to money investment. And you have to draw the line. If you want to play with your money, but you draw the line. The investment in risky ventures have to be minimum. Otherwise, you'll end up in a huge debts, and that will take years to pay off those debts back. And may I say that be careful with your investment, especially if you're investing money in stock and share market or any risky investment or any gambling. And sometimes people investing money abroad in property. This is not the time. This is not the time. You can invest the money in property only when you see the property. If the property is in the air, don't invest any money, please. Please, no. Cancerian nature, characteristics and temperament for the coming year. Actually, your nature is always the same. Cancerian nature, characteristics and temperament. Cancerian always be very sensitive, be ponder for hours over someone else's comment. Literally sometimes take everybody's comment on their skin. You shouldn't be. Cancerian always be very emotional, sentimental. On account of this, they may take some impractical decisions. Lord of Cancer is moon, which shape increases or decreases all the time. So Cancerian will be more imaginative and will be more progressive in their manner of thinking. Cancerian will be hard from the outside, but very soft gentle from inside. Very, very gentle. Cancerian always be sincere toward their duties, will be respectful to the elders and teachers. Cancerian will be fond of waters, lakes, waterfalls, gardens, greenery. Cancerian will be naturally interested in signing, will be fond of listening to music or art or craft or presentation. Cancerian will have an unstable mind, will always be endowed with some sort of a intuitive insight. Cancerian always be very attached to their family, especially with their mother. Always loyal to the dear darlings, their family. Cancerian always fear of insult, will protect themselves from outside worlds. So their insensitivity, they're very sensitive to hurt, but they need to be protected properly from outside world because they're extremely sensitive, very emotional. In some circumstances, Cancerian always give the impression of a great strength and confidence, but at the same time they will be agitated, helpless as a baby. Cancerian will be fond of sweet foods. Cancerian will be fond of traveling, always love their motherland, but in spite of this, they may travel and migrate. Cancerian always give the impression of being open and frank, wherein as reality they may not be thus and may conceal many things from other people. Cancerian always be attracted towards opposite sex and sometimes will not express their feelings, true feeling, to their companion or the partner or to the romantic partner. Sometimes they feel shy. Cancerian always following bad habits, may I say, may be present in some degree of or other, like impatience, always keep on changing, hypersensitive, indolence, selfishness, and short temper all the time, which they should avoid. According to Shastra, Cancerian is supposed to be tall to mediocre physique, fat neck, a line in the middle of forehead, slim figure, sometimes small head with a lot of hair, thick voice, wide waist, high thighs and black mole in the armpit, on one leg or inner side of the leg. Cancerian always be very talented, friendly, skilled in collecting things, devoted to their parents, teachers, masters, good-natured people. Always interested in astrology or spirituality, an efficient worker, and very, very efficient to their master, engrossed in love very sensuous, fond of ponds or gardens, fond of sea journeys and very thirsty, fond of sea travel, fluctuating finances all the time, endowed with good friends, interested in house, construction work, endowed with more than one house, enjoying a loving relationship with their family, having very fine family, and whom will be outstandingly happy in youth, religiously inclined in the old age with the time, keen to go on pilgrimages, migrating, staying far away from home, unattached to the house, wicked, capable of bringing fame to the family through their own efforts. Cancerian may suffer from pain or illness in their hand, fear of fire in the left limbs, fear of water, fear of falling from height, fear of heart problem, blood pressure issues, and some sort of a issue with blood. According to modern viewpoint, Cancerians are very, very sensitive, very emotional, and very imaginative, very flexible. Will be hard from outside but gentle from inside. Always be faithful to the dear family, very loyal to their duties. Cancerian always be interested in singing, will be happy in listening to music. Cancerian's mind may be unstable but always be endowed with intuitive power. Cancerian will have a loving relationship with the family, especially with their mother. Always be fearful of being insulted. Sometimes Cancerians are very, very strict and at times become very vulnerable as well. Always will be fond of eating sweets, will be fond of traveling, and in spite of being patriotic, always be interested in traveling abroad. Will always appear to be open-hearted and outspoken, but in reality always hide a lot of things. Some of the main drawback will be impatience, over-flexibility, hypersensitiveness, indolence, and being short-tempered. That's the way it is. Cancerian's physical characteristics: the person born under Cancerian has a mediocre height, face is supposed to be round with plump cheeks resembling a bucket. The shape of the face is neither long nor broad, rather it will be oval and streamlined. Hands, legs, lower part of the body always be stronger, healthier than the upper part. As the ages, the stomach will widen. Cancerian will have a tendency to being overweight. Cancerian will have a brisk walk and a very sweet voice. Lucky points for Cancerians. Cancerian lucky points for 2019. Cancerian most important sentence for 2019. I think. Cancerian biggest asset or strength for 2019. Trustworthy. Cancerian biggest weakness for 2019. Carelessness. Cancerian ambition for 2019. Getting recognition and appreciation. Cancerian lucky days for 2019. Monday, Thursday, Tuesday. Cancerian unlucky days for 2019. Saturday and Wednesday. Lucky color for 2019. White, cream and red. Unlucky color for 2019. Navy, black and green. Cancerian lucky precious stone for 2019. Cancerian, you must wear a fine quality astrological activated real saltwater pearl, ruby, golden yellow sapphire in a gold square pendant for health, rising success, establishment, peace of mind, flow of income, wealth, assets, savings, common sense, family happiness, property, marriage, relationship, business, profession, career, honor, status, prestige, peace of mind, emotional stability, defense from any crisis, neutralizing any conflict, crisis, rise in luck, name, fame, recognition, common sense, wisdom, creativity, activity, prosperity. Cancerian, if you want to buy a property this year, 2019, buy a property which is northeast facing with the finest direction for you. Unlucky direction for buying a property. Don't buy a property which is southwest facing. Don't bother with that. Cancerian astrological tasks and remedies for you for 2019. All the astrological tasks and remedies for 2019. The astrological task for remedies for 2019 for Cancerian: you must organize Kanya Pujan in the temple regularly. Task number 2. Please make a red pillow, fill it with the song of fennel seed. Use it regularly under your head when during your sleep. Third task. Try to have your meal in the kitchen. Fourth task. You must keep a solid silver Ganesh Ji in the house. Fifth task. You must wear a fine gold band without joint in your left hand smallest finger. Sixth task. You must keep a black dog as a pet or do donate dog feed to dog home. Seventh task. Do organize Ganesh Ji Pujan with Ganpati Sahasranam, 1000 name of Ganesh Ji in the temple. Do bury a 6 kilogram black salt in the ground on Saturday morning. 6 Saturdays. Eighth task. Do donate money towards any girl's wedding. Ninth task. Do use mixture of milk and yogurt as a shower gel on your body during shower. 10th task. Do wear a fine gold square piece and fine silver square piece around neck in a silver chain and gold chain. 11th task. Do put efforts in your presentation. Do wear a fragrance and try to be very tidy. 12th task. Do keep a ponytail back of your head. 13th task. Do keep fresh flower at your residence and work. 14th task. Do keep saffron in a silver box. 15th task. Please fill brass gaggar with river water and do keep the brass gaggar filled with river water in a northwest direction of your house, inside the house. 16th task. Do donate 6 religious priests mixed color blanket bananas money. 17th task for Cancerian for 2019. Do donate whole meal atta, whole moong dal equal to your own weight to temple in the langar. Repeat it minimum once, 4 times, 8 times, 12 times. More you do, more you achieve it. Cancerian precaution for 2019. The precaution you must follow. Refrain from buying any shoes for the 1 year. Don't buy shoes for the whole year. Cancerian, may I say till 24th of January 2020. Do not buy any new shoes, please. And don't buy any leather, anything made of leather. Second, please follow your ancestral traditions. If the ancestral traditions are there in the family, in the home, at home, follow those traditions properly. Second precaution, do take care of your presentation. Do put a lot of efforts. Third, don't keep any rusted weapons or tools in your house. Fourth, make sure you won't keep any taweez, rak, bhabooti, dry flowers, bell, shank, shivling in your possessions. Fifth one, refrain from collecting or keeping any kind of clutter in your possession like unused books or magazines, old clothes, out of order wristwatches or alarm clocks, unused mobile phone chargers, broken mirror, chipped crockery, empty pans, unused pipes, unused empty bottles, wood, unused cables, wires, etc. Sixth one, refrain from consumption of alcohol, smoking, non-vegetarian food. Seventh one, refrain from lies, scandals, fraud, scams, any form of gambling, risky investments. Eighth, refrain from any family relationship conflicts. Be kind to dogs. Be respect to your elders. Refrain from lies and scandals. Refrain from any kind of prasad, langar, favors, gifts, free of cost items. Do respect elders like elder ladies, gentlemen like senior citizens. Please never ever take your shoes to temple. Always go barefoot to temple. Refrain from creating any smoke, fumes in the house. Refrain from smoking. Don't smoke. 17th precaution, refrain from buying any electronic goods or steel appliances. So these are your precautions for 2019. Cancerian chanting of the year. The chantings you should follow this year. Number 1 chanting, the chanting for medicinal cure effect. This particular chanting, may I say that If you have any problem, health, wealth, profession, career, financial backing, personal problem, any problem, you name it. This particular chanting will help you to cure the problem. Any problem. The chanting is Ma Bhagavati Taras Bij Mantra Om Sharim Harim Strim Hum Fat. 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 Om Sharim Harim Strim Sa Strim Hum Ha Hum Fat. Om Sharim Harim Strim Hum Fat. Om Sharim Harim Strim Hum Fat. Requirement is jug of water. Asan is mixed skull blanket. Time have to be daytime. Anytime after 3:30 a.m. or any time of the day. Direction facing northeast. Timing minimum 48 minutes a day, 96 minutes a day, 144 minutes a day. These are very important chanting. Chanting number 2 for achieving rising and boost. The finest chanting. Om Ang Harim Sharim Kalim Hasso Jagat Prasutay Name. Om Ang Harim Sharim Kalim Hasso Jagat Prasutay Name. Om Ang Harim Sharim Kalim Hasso Jagat Prasutay Name. Om Ang Harim Sharim Kalim Hasso Jagat Prasutay Name. Om Ang Harim Sharim Kalim Hasso Jagat Prasutay Name. Om Ang Harim Sharim Kalim Hasso Jagat Prasutay Name. The finest chanting for achieving rising and boost. Requirement is jug of water. Asan is mixed skull blanket. Timing after 10 p.m. Direction facing west. Timing for chanting 48 minutes, 96 minutes, 144 minutes. More you do it, more you achieve it. I'll be back with another horoscope very, very soon. Look after yourself and take care.